I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have not been a good YouTuber, nor have I been keeping up with these videos. Man, that thing right there, oh my gosh. Let me tell y'all about that thing. You already saw the title. You're watching this video because you need to see this. Before you buy that chassis brace from RR Racing, watch this video. Because this is the things you have to do right here. This is what you're gonna go through if you have this oil catch can and you want to put that chassis brace on. These are the things it's going to take. Very frustrating. It's been a very frustrating 48 hours. Now, for those of you who are new, this is my 2008 IS250, and obviously I have some work done to it. I have a cold air intake by RR Racing with the filter breather. I have my intake manifold ported by Trigger Spec, shout out to him. And I also have the RR Racing oil catch can, and I just got their strut tower brace that goes over all of this. Now, in their instructions, it says that this is going to be a hard install because you have to jack up the car to force it to fit, and you have to get these washers on there and then mount the strut tower on top of those washers right there. And yeah, everything explains itself. But I have done that off camera, and that piece right there that is currently JB welded together broke. Why did it break? It's because RR Racing doesn't know how to fabricate stuff and make clearance for everything, because they have this big ass bracket right here that sits on the nipple of the manifold, and the manifold was right here with this vacuum hose attached to it, and this is leaning all the way onto that with the strut tower brace forcing everything to the left. I drove on it for about 12 hours and it gave out. And I immediately knew what was wrong, because after 12 hours of driving the car, and this isn't a continuous 12 hours, this is 12 hours after install. I drove it, guys, it already looked sketchy. After the install, it looked sketchy. And I wasn't even going to drive on it for long because I was trying to do this before work, and I'm done working on my car before work after today, because ironically, I'm doing this before work. I put that strut tower, goodness gracious, I put the strut brace on the car. I only had like 40 minutes to do it, and I just forced it on there. I was like, I'm going to take this off later and I'm going to fix it. Guys, the car didn't last over 12 hours before that nipple right here, before that gave out, and this was cutting into the tube, which is why it's taped over. So, man, bro, if y'all want to get parts from RR Racing, these are the things that you're going to have to be aware of, that everything will not work with everything. You can get the oil catch can, you cannot get the strut tower brace. If you get the oil catch can, you might as well get the cold air intake, but you can't get the cold air intake unless you get the tune, because your car's just going to run lean for no reason. It's not going to know what's going on. My car was running crazy, like it was about to shut off while I'm driving. Like my car was literally on the verge of shutting down at stops. Like I'm slowing down at speed bumps, it's about to kill. I'm slowing down at red lights, it's about to kill. And I'm just like, bro, there's no way all of this is from a ripped hose. I did not see, I'm gonna try and find a video. The hose wasn't even ripped. The hose was not cut into like I thought it was. It was just a strong indentation. The nipple to the intake manifold completely broke open. So I'm like, bro, I didn't even think that it was that much pressure on that piece. And here we are. Look at that. That's insane, bro. And then I have to do this. You have to cut and grind away at this bracket so the strut tower can have some sort of clearance. I don't even think it's still going to clear, but that's what we're out here about to do. We're going to force this to work. All right, because I bought all of this and it's going on the car one way or another. All right, man, needless to say, take this nonsense out of the car when working on it. Me, I don't care. I'm doing this while the bracket is still in the car, because anybody who's installed this knows how hard it is to get it back in, and I don't have time for that. So I'm gonna show y'all what I did. We have this. I already showed you all this part, but what we just established is that section right there. This is some of what was hitting this the hose. So hopefully when I put the strut back in, it'll clear it this time. And if it doesn't clear it, I'm gonna take it off, because I don't have time to keep JB welding a nipple to a poorly made intake manifold. So I don't know why Lexus had that right there. And well, I guess Lexus didn't anticipate idiots putting a strut tower on their car because it already handles well. But it's really a skill issue. It's a user error. So it was my fault for the junk breaking in the first place, because I should have saw that it was touching. And obviously anything that touches that wasn't previously touching should not be touching. So yeah, that was on me. I'll take that one. But the fact that RR Racing don't know how to make products that can clear other products that they made is ridiculous. That's completely, that's unreal, bro. That's like Mansory making body kits for Lamborghini and the parts don't even match. The parts don't even line up with each other. Like, what did you build this for? It's so stupid. So we got everything hooked in, and you can see how basically the second half of that install will go for a catch can. But this is where the trouble will come, where this was leaning all the way up to right here, and I left it like an idiot, and now we have to fix it. Oh, nice. It did nothing. That's nice. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. We got something, folks. Wait a minute. All right, it caught. Nice. Nice. So now it's not leaning anymore into that. We made just enough clearance to where that bracket can't lean against that. But we still got to mount that side, so I'm not going to get my hopes up yet. But this is fully secured on the washer at the bottom, so that is exciting. So hopefully I can put this in with as little difficulty as possible. And for those of you who may be wondering why this is just a steel strut bar, I attempted to buy it painted, and when I bought the strut bar, I purchased it thinking that I ordered it in the blue color that they offer, that was close to the blue from the Megan Racing coilovers. I was wrong. The blue did not register on the website when I clicked it. I clicked it and it did not go through. And I pressed submit too fast without looking over my order, and I got this. So here we are. I'm not getting another one. I'm not getting this painted. It's just in the car and it's done. So as you can see, I got all of the nuts twisted on the strut tower, and I would tighten them some more. I was going to tighten them down, but actually I'm not, because I'm going to see if I can put this side in a little better. Because the first time I installed this, guys, I did it off camera and it was terrible. Like I said before, in the instructions they said you might need to jack up both sides to install this, because that's how stiff it is. This isn't no play around Megan Racing strut tower and you got that little frail little strut bar that's literally just the size of this, that one singular bar. No, this thing is difficult to install, but the results are there. I will give them that. This thing works. The car does not lean at all when I make hard turns. For the 20 minutes I used it, it worked. Like, you could, the proof is in the welds. Look at these welds, bro. These welds are crazy. That's insane. But let's get back into it, bro. I'm wasting time. All right, guys, I just discovered something. Since I already installed this once, I don't need to jack up the car again, because look, off camera, I just did this because I was wondering if I could just put it back in. Yes, I can. Everything is lined up. So I'm about to get the other nuts, tighten this down, and oh, look, since that's down, y'all can see where that was hitting up, and now it's cut. It's gone now. So now it's not leaning up against that no more. And the nipple goes to like right here, like to the end of the tape almost. So that's where the bracket was hitting, and the bracket was pushing the hose to the left, and that's how it broke open. And it just had a terrible vacuum leak, guys. Oh, I just messed it up. All right, so now y'all see how hard it is. Like, if you don't put it down immediately, it's gonna pop back up. And y'all see how like this is leaning. Like, it's clearly making full contact with that. But it's not a problem no more because I grinded it, and now it looks ugly. So it's whatever, bro. A win is a win. I'm about to tighten this down. I know y'all looking at this and you're saying like, I can't even see anything he's doing. That's because there's no other angle to show y'all from. This is literally it. Like, it's all tight angles, but it's not moving anymore. And now y'all can see clearly what I'm talking about how that's, let me stop leaning on that. It's literally pressing on the bracket, on this unnecessarily, irrationally large bracket. So now y'all see the issue that you're going to be having to deal with if you were to get everything you could for this car from RR Racing. So I'm about to tighten all of this down and start it up. Now, for anybody who has coilovers, and even if you don't have coilovers and you want to do this, the socket I'm using is a 14 millimeter, and I'm using my torque wrench because I have nothing else to fit this. And I broke like two tools. I broke an extension and I broke a socket trying to tighten this down the first time and loosen it. So there's that. And also, this is also broken, so I can only loosen it. I have to take it off if I want to tighten it. Like, every single rotation I have to take it off and then tighten it again. I really need new tools, but we'll get there eventually, one thing at a time. And you really can't even tighten it all the way on the first go. You have to tighten one section. It's like tightening a wheel. It's like torquing a wheel down. Except you have to keep torquing every corner. Like, you torque one side, you go to the next corner, torque it. And then once you torque one side down, the other side gets looser for you to tighten it some more. So that's what you got to do. Now, there we go. All right, guys, for the second time now, this is what my engine bay looks like. We have fixed the issue, and we have made clearance for our bracket so our hose won't lean against the bracket and the nipple to the manifold won't break again. I JB welded that crack like at 12 in the morning, and it's, what time is it? It's almost 12 o'clock now. So it has now had 12 hours to sit. The instruction said it takes 6 hours to set. And so that's 4 extra hours for it to cure. It's not fully cured, but when I was like applying pressure to it, not too much. It was like, it was steady, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully it doesn't melt when I turn the car on. And really the crack itself isn't even really touching anything, because that little space right there, that's where the crack was. So it still has room to like breathe and like set, but you know, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. The strut bar install was way easier to do this go around, and I think that's because I already like did it one time and I struggled with it. So I already got the struts like leaning to where I want them to be for the second install. Because the first time, guys, no cap, I had to jack up both sides of the car separately. Like I had to jack up the left side, put the left side on. I had to jack up the right side, put the right side on, the left side pop out. So I had to lower the right side down, put the left one back on, put the left one back on, the right side pop out. It was like a Rubik's Cube, bro. It was so frustrating. Like, as far as installs go for this thing, for a strut install, 4 out of 5 difficulty. 4 out of 5 difficulty rating, no cap. Doing it a second time, like a 2 out of 5. With that being said, I appreciate I appreciate your continued support. The car is running good, which makes me feel like I fixed the issue. Shout out Trigger Spec for getting this manifold to me very quickly, because I went to go pick up my bumper and they gave me my ported manifold first, thinking that's what I came for. So shout out to him. I'm gonna put his Instagram down somewhere and y'all can check out his work. Easy power. You want to get easy power for a Lexus? Most people don't even think about it. Port your manifolds. That's easy power. I did not get a check engine light from that. The only thing I got a check engine light for was for breaking the nozzle. So it's whatever. Don't get the strut bar if you don't feel like grinding into your oil catch can bracket. If you don't have an oil catch can bracket, by all means get the strut bar. But why don't you have an oil catch can? Like, for real. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. All right, so I was going to end the video, but I wanted to show y'all something. This is why I was a little anxious doing that weld job, because right here, I don't know if y'all can see it. Man, bro. It has already cracked. Right there. Y'all see it? It's cracked. But the only thing I'm thankful for is that's not where the crack happened on the manifold. So the crack is a little bit before that one. So hopefully it'll cure enough in time so that I won't have another issue with the car, because I'm tired. I'm gonna probably work on that again and touch it up when I'm off and I don't have to move the car. And I'm probably just I'm gonna do it in the morning. I'm gonna touch it up and then I'm gonna just let it sit for like the entire day, and then that'll fix the issue and I won't have to get a new one. I'm just gonna keep JB welding it until it fixes itself. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But as long as I keep my trip short until then and it doesn't crack anymore, then we'll be good. But the main issue with that bracket hitting that nozzle and it to break in the first place, that issue has been resolved. So now y'all know, if y'all want an oil catch can and you want the chassis brace, you're gonna have to cut into the bracket. I don't know why RR made that bracket so big. I don't know why they made a strut tower that can't even clear the bracket, but these are things that people don't think about until it gets done. And it is what it is. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. For real this time. I'm definitely about to kill myself, because why did the full thing break off, bro? I tried to fix the crack. I tried to take it out of the hose. The entire thing broke off, bro. That's not even where the crack was at, dude.